Hi, everybody. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. I'm Heather, and today we're going to be talking about where do you even begin? If you're looking to make some lifestyle changes, whether it's ketogenic or anything else for that matter, a lot of times the beginning, just getting started, can be the hardest part just because it can be so overwhelming and so many different pieces that you have to kind of figure out and put them all together and start. So on the blog today, I was talking about some of the things that I've learned over the past couple of years and different strategies that I've used for implementing a lot of different things in my life. Something in particular that I was talking about was when I was doing a 21-day challenge back in February for yoga. And the yoga thing was just 15 minutes. It wasn't that much of a commitment, and I was really wanting to do it. And so the first day, too, I was able to do it. But by day 3, I was trying to justify why I didn't have time to do the 15 minutes of yoga. It's 15 minutes. There's no reason why I shouldn't have been able to do it. And I really had to sit and figure out, how bad did I want this? How badly did I want to make these changes and spend the time developing something like yoga? And I decided that it was pretty important. So by day 4, I had a really busy day, nothing unusual. And at 11 o'clock at night, I found myself going, okay, do I actually spend the time and do this, or do I skip it and go to bed because I'm tired? And that was the game changer for me. That was kind of the catalyst of, yeah, I was committed and I was doing this. And so day 4 was the momentum that I needed to continue into the next day, day 5 and day 6. Hi, Raquel. Isn't it amazing how we can justify not doing healthy stuff? Yeah, we can justify not doing yoga, but we can also justify eating that Snickers or that cookie. Hi, Heather. How's your happy hump day Wednesday going? So yeah, that was kind of a real moment for me when I realized that we're talking about 15 minutes. It's 21 days that I committed to, and I needed to find time to do that. And the next day I woke up feeling really good. My body was a little sore, and so that workout sore, it feels good. So it was sore like that, but it was also like I had flexed some commitment muscles and really just had stayed in that lane of, yes, I'm going to do that. And it really made me feel good. Like I kept my word. I kept my word to myself, and that was pretty amazing. I was like, okay, so day 5 and day 6, by the end of day 21, I had done it, completely saw my commitment through, and really enjoyed the whole experience after having gone through that. So that was that moment when I realized just wanting something wasn't enough to make it happen. I actually needed to put action behind those desires in order to make that happen for myself. And I kind of look at any lifestyle changes, diet especially, there's so many times in my life that I've looked around and gone, I hate the fact that I'm size X and I hate the number on the scale and I'm miserable. And I sat in that misery until it was miserable enough to want to change something and really commit to it. But it was just wanting to lose the weight or just wanting to be healthy wasn't making it happen. After 45 years of wanting to be healthy and wanting to be all these things, the want wasn't enough. So wishing on that star, sitting on the sidelines, crossing my fingers, hoping it would happen. Now I actually had to do something. And I think that's true for pretty much everything. I also know that having somebody in my sphere that was also doing yoga was really helpful too, because I could then talk to that person and really kind of get some guidance, and also some assurance that I wasn't going to die and it wasn't going to be like this tragic thing. This 15 minutes wasn't going to actually hurt me in any way, shape, or form. And also kind of that cheerleading and that yeah, you can do this was the support that I needed. So that was really great. And I know that's true for, again, diet, lifestyle changes. I remember when I first started out on this ketogenic road and I was all by myself. There was nobody really in my sphere anyway doing this. And so I had to be out there, and it was me against the world, because I had everybody telling me how bad this was going to be for me, how I would never do this, how this was really inconvenient. Hi, Jessica. Welcome. I remember going out to dinner with my family and having to, sit there and ask the waiter, specific questions of, trying to really hone in what I was going to eat. And my whole family like let out this collective sigh, like, there she goes again. And it really just, it pissed me off. I was like, I'm doing the hard stuff over here. And like, you want to eat, all the crap that you want to eat, that's all fine and good. But when I get the results, this is going to be a different story. And it was, but I had people against me every turn. I had people telling me I couldn't do it, that I should stop. Hey, don't you want to cheat? Don't you want to do this? And it really took everything that I had to just stay in my lane and not let them really kind of derail me. But when I set up my membership, it was to be able to support people as they're making changes and lifestyle changes, and to be able to give encouragement. And while the whole world is still trying to figure this out, we're going to be sitting in our party going, we've been here a while, what took you guys so long? So it's really nice to have some support, whether it's friends or family or people that have paved the way before. I will tell you, there's a couple people that were really helpful for me, not personally, but like just watching them and listening to their blogs and listening to what they were saying, that kind of helped me know that I wasn't all alone, and that it might feel like I'm a trailblazer, but when in fact a lot of people have been doing this before me. I just needed kind of their knowledge and some of their experience to know that I was going to be okay. And I think that really helped when things got hard, or I don't know, I'd stumble or couldn't figure out, I'd hit my head against this same wall for so long, like certain plateaus, and I didn't understand what was going on. Actually finding out that there's people ahead of me that have hit those plateaus. This is what they did to get through them. This is what they did to help that struggle or that hurdle. And I realized that I didn't need to keep banging my head against the same wall that the thousands of people before me banged their heads against. So actually taking the road less traveled is not always the way to go. Sometimes the really traveled road will help you. Hi, Paula, welcome. Happy to see you here. That well-traveled road generally has the boulders moved from it. So you're not going to hit that, which is great. The other thing too is that we've been told, at least I have, I remember, to create new habits that, takes 21 days to really, just create those new habits. Well, I call bullshit on that. It's 60 days. It's eight weeks that's 2 months. That's a lot longer than 21 days. It's triple the time. I think when we get to that 3-week point, a lot of us are like, hey, we got this unlocked. This is good. I can kind of let it off a little bit, let the brakes off a little bit. I know for me personally, when I started this whole thing, it took 3 to 4 months before I really felt comfortable. Like that was when I remember the first time I started, I went on vacation. That was my first real go around with vacation eating. Learned a lot of lessons. It was great and it was awful all at the same time. But really kind of set the tone for how I would do it in the future, because vacation eating is going to happen, and I'm hoping it's going to happen again pretty soon for me. But it took me those 3 to 4 months to really kind of feel solid in what I was doing, knowing that, there were certain things that I absolutely needed to stay away from. Cheating, vacation eating or not, that there was just certain things that my body just didn't do well with, like gluten. That's one of the things that I know for a fact I really just have no business anywhere near. And, having that foundation though, knowing that when I went to vacation eating, that I was really confident that when I got back, that it was just going to be like this small hiccup. I would get back into it. I would get back into the routine that I had gotten so comfortable with, and get back into my keto lane pretty quickly. And that's exactly what happened. Had I done the vacation eating or, really kind of deviated from those healthy habits prior to that vacation, I don't know that I would have been comfortable. It's kind of like the gym. I'm really bad about certain things. Like I remember when I was, killing myself in the gym before I kind of found this lifestyle, doing, 6 days a week, 2 hours a day. The minute that I stopped, I was done. Like I knew I was never going back. I was breaking up with the gym. It was going to be a permanent, it was going to be a never going to see you again type of thing. And that's kind of who I am. I'm like all or nothing. So having that foundation was really important mentally for me, I think, especially. So like the biggest thing to, starting anything new or whenever I introduce anything new into my life, I really kind of like to have a plan. Like I want to know when I'm going to start, like start dates. And I'm pretty good about structure and staying with timelines and working within the square, which is kind of funny because people that know me might not believe that. But I'm really good with that. So like having a start date, that's so important for any change. And having your team ready, these are the people that you're telling before you're making the change that you're going to do it. These are people that are going to lift you up, that are going to support you in whatever you're doing. Those are going to be the ones that you're going to call late at night when you feel like giving up, or everybody that day has been so negative in your sphere, and you just really need that encouragement of you're making a good choice, whatever it is you're choosing to add or take out of your life. This is somebody that's going to be in your corner. And lastly, make sure that you've got the time frame to really commit to making those changes into habits. Hi, Rachel. You are here. I'm glad you're here. Are you looking for Lisa? I don't know if she's on. She might still be at work. Making sure that you've got time. Do you have the 8 weeks to commit to this new lifestyle? Are you willing to give it all you have for 2 months? That's not really a long time. In the grand scheme of things, I think it really took me, like I said, the 3 to 4 months to create some really good habits. But once I was aware I don't think she's here. I don't see her. But once those habits were created, like I'm good. Like I know that the next level of things, like I was really diligent about adding an apple cider vinegar. That was something, but it was a conscious choice of, hey, I'm going to make sure that I do this for 60 days without fail so that it becomes a habit. So like if I do go on vacation, I come back, I'll remember to drink the apple cider vinegar because that'll be just a habit. Going on vacation usually takes us out of our comfort zone, and it's hard to remember all the things that we were doing before we were on vacation, getting back into regular world. But the habit stuff, things like brushing your teeth, you do that before vacation. Hopefully you do it on vacation and after. You don't even think twice about it. Same kind of thing, building these habits. So I really hope that you're thinking about making some lifestyle changes, whatever they are. I believe that if we're not constantly moving and growing, that stagnant self gets really kind of stinky and moldy. We need to be constantly, challenging ourselves and asking more of ourselves. Like, what more do you want? Whatever it is, I hope you have people around you that support you. If you don't, I'm here. If you're looking to make lifestyle changes, I know a lot of you are out there wondering, I'm interested in doing something like diet stuff. Like, I hate to even call it diet lifestyle, ketogenic lifestyle stuff. I'm your man or woman. I'm happy to do it. That's what I've built my membership for. I built it to support you making these changes. So I'm going to put the link under this thread, but you can go to itstartswiththefood.com, go to the work with me section, and it's got, you can do one-on-one coaching with me, or you can do, which most people do just to get the basis, is the membership. It's really great. And the best part about it is if you sign up between now and Monday, that's the 5th, you get 2 bonuses. You get my newly created ketogenic travel guide. Like, what do I do when I travel? Like, what are the things that I do without fail to stay in my keto lane when I'm traveling, and I'm not planning on doing like big vacation eating? Like, what do? I do a lot of traveling. What do I do? Well, I'm happy to share that with you. Also, Regina Garapi, who is my life coach, mentor, just an all-around amazing woman, has this fantastic guide, Superwoman 911, and it's really about supporting you in transition. So it's like the perfect bonus guide. So between now and September 5th, those are free bonuses. And every Monday, the beginning of the month, the first Monday of every month, all of my members get my new meal plan and my shopping list. So that's 10 meal plans for the month, including the shopping list. And there's usually at least 2 new recipes. This month is going to have 4 new recipes. That's 4. 4 new recipes that you guys would get, that the members get exclusively. This is not stuff that I do for everybody. These are my peeps, and this is what they get. As a matter of fact, they got that new keto guide as soon as I had it created. So membership perks, that's all I can say. Listen, I hope you're back here next Wednesday. I'll be doing recipes on the blog. I do a recipe every other week. So next week will be recipe, and I'm not really sure what the topic is. So if there's something that you're just dying for me to talk about and have questions, put it in the feed, and I will take that into consideration and work my butt off over the next week to see if I can't make that happen. So until next week, take care. Bye-bye.